Welcome back to another review on the channel. I'm Slater, and in today's episode, we will review the Georgia Hagi World Cup SBC. We'll review the Prime Icon Zambrotta SBC. We have an 84x5, and we have a brand new team of the week. So there's a lot to go over. Let's figure out whether you should or should not complete these SBCs, and let's dive into the video. So first, let's start with the Zambrotta SBC, because I think he's the big one today. Right back and left back is great versatility. 4-star, 5-star right, so he genuinely can play any of those positions long term. So if you're at a point where you don't have a right back in your team and you get him, you want him, and then maybe later you like him a lot, but you want to replace your left back, you can literally move him over and get a different right back. He has a lot of versatility in his card. I've used his World Cup card and his baby, and I really like his card. He's a little stocky, so he doesn't feel as pacey as I hoped he would, but I feel like the Prime will probably feel really, really good on the ball too. And he just is a wonderful defender. He can get forward and attack. And I think the biggest reality is for a lot of people is that their wingbacks are typically the biggest weaknesses in their teams, and so he solves that issue for you. Now, he is expensive. There's the bronze and silver segments, which you should always do, and certainly he's an 83, an 84, an 85, an 85, an 86, and an 87. You get a rare Electrum, a premium, a prime mixie, and some other packs back. So is he good value, right? Well, if we go over to Footbin and we look at Gianluca Zambrotta, it shows that he's 270K, but they don't have the final two segments in. But I did the math for you. That's an additional 300K for the 87 and the 86 rated team, which puts him at around 600,000 coins. If you go to his card right now, which is already coming down in price significantly, and will rebound a little bit, so there you go. He's based right around the price of the SBC, and you get the packs back. Typically, I like the SBC to be priced a little bit less than the actual live card value of the card, right? So it's not necessarily a great value SBC, but I think if you have a spot at wingback and you just don't know what the heck to do with it, I do think this is a great card. You put a shadow on him, he will be a wingback for you to use through that team of the season standpoint as well. So I think that considering that he can survive in a lot of people's teams right now and has long-term playability, it is a good value SBC. Should be a little cheaper, but I would 100% understand someone doing this if they need a wingback in their team. Georgia Hagi, on the other hand, I do not love an SBC. And the reason why is I actually have a great understanding of this card. So I've used Georgia Hagi's like baby, mid, and prime in each of the last, I think, 2 FIFAs. And the one thing I will say about Georgia Hagi, although this card looks really nice, 4-star, 5-star, which is great, 5'8", cam, center mid, left mid, great versatility on the card, okay pace splits, really nice shooting stats, really good dribbling stats, and somewhat solid dribbling stats. The one key thing that I adore about Georgia Hagi when I used his cards previously in FIFA is that he has an incredible finesse shot. And I mean like top 95% of players I've used finesse shot. It separates him as a card year in and year out on that left foot, on his favorite left foot. And the reality is with this card is that finesse shots are just not what they are this year. They're not what they used to be. And I think for a lot of people, he's just obviously not at the caliber that they have in their team already. Now, do the bronze and silver segments always, but an A2, an A4, 85 is fair. Like, it's not like it's like some crazy overpriced SBC. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, I can't believe they made it this expensive. He's going to come in at 150K, and his live card is 180K, and you get the packs back. So it's like, it's not the worst value SBC of all time, but I know the one thing about this card that makes him a stud that I've loved in the past is the finesse. It's not in this game. I would pass on that SBC. If you guys have watched this far in the video, by the way, hit that like button, sub for you new to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. We're 44 subs away from 900, which is very cool. So thanks for the support there. Now we have the daily SBCs, 25K pack untradeable, which is kind of whatever, right? We don't really care too much about. It's not the best pack in the world, but if you can do it with untradables in your club, you do take the risk on it as always. Players from one club max 4, gold players 8, rare players 4. Very easy. You can just do 1 league and call it a day. So I would do that if you have the untradables in your club. I would go ahead and get another untradable 25K pack back at a swing at fodder or a fantasy foot card. This is a very real swing at a fantasy foot card. Earn a 5 rare gold player rated 84 overall higher, and you can repeat it 3 times every 24 hours. So you could literally do this pack 3 times a day for the next 2 days. You could also technically craft these if you have the facilities for it and then save them for a future promo like Foot Birthday coming up if you're not really into the Foot Fantasy promo. 84 overall team with 285s in a team of the week. The 285 is going to drastically reduce that 84 rating. We're going to be able to use a lot of 83s in the team as well. Once again, you know, you could very well open this pack and get literally an 85 as your max card. You could get just all 84s. But it is a very legitimate pack opportunity for you to pack a promo card or a big team of the week card or something like that. So I do believe if you have the facilities and you're not paying for these cards to build these SBCs, you should every single time swing at these at least once a day to give yourself a very real chance at packing something very, very good. Moving on to the other content today, it is, of course, a Wednesday, which means on Wednesdays we get a new team of the week. And that new team of the week I thought would be really good. It's not that it's bad. I mean, Griezmann's obviously a cool card. Reece Nelson for that incredible last-second goal gets a card too. Mo Salah gets his third inform of the year. Brilliant card. I would have thought Liverpool could have had like 3, honestly, with what happened in that game. But realistically, there's just nothing too crazy in the team. I mean, it's basically Salah, Griezmann. I think are the only cards that are really, really tempting. I will say this Dodo card with 90 plus pace, 85 dribbling could be a good wingback for someone's team. And this guy actually looks somewhat decent. 88 dribbling, 86 shooting, 4-star skill moves. And I think that's in the League, if I recall correctly. No, League 2, never mind. 99 agility would be really cool to use this card and pair him with maybe a Kvaratskhelia, but not the team of the week that I thought it would be. And then also finally the last thing we have today, because it is a Wednesday, we should have, I presume, a Silver Stars, and we do. And that Silver Stars is Kadaglu. He's a right back with 90 pace and 87 dribbling, and 82 passing is actually really nice. Unfortunately, he's Turkish and in the Turkish league, so the odds of you getting him into a team is probably very limited at all. And we do not have, looks like, any other oh, yeah, the Silver Cup is back. Silver Cup is back as well, so if you want to grind this, which I don't know if anybody really does that, but you get a 1082 plus if you win 9 games from the Silver Cup. So there's all your content for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it helped you at all in some way, shape, or form. Final review, just to recap, I like Zambrotta a lot. I wish he was a little cheaper, but he's a meta card that you can use right now. 84 by 5. Take a swing, and Hagi just isn't the Hagi that he should be. I would avoid that SBC. We'll catch you guys for a review tomorrow. Peace.